Socrates, the philosopher of wisdom, virtue, and inquiry. In the annals of human history, there are few figures as influential and enigmatic as Socrates. Born in Athens around 470 BCE, he became one of the foundational figures of Western philosophy, laying the groundwork for subsequent philosophical inquiry and critical thinking. Despite leaving behind no written records of his own, Socrates' ideas and life were extensively chronicled by his students, most notably Plato and Xenophon. This extensive documentation allows us to unravel the essence of this remarkable philosopher and understand his enduring impact on human thought and society. Socrates was born to Sophroniscus, a stonemason, and Phaenarete, a midwife, in the Athenian deme of Alopece. Historical records about his early life are scarce, but it is believed that he received a basic education, including training in music, literature, and gymnastics. Despite his humble background, Socrates' insatiable curiosity and keen intellect set him apart from his peers. In his early adulthood, Socrates served as a hoplite, foot soldier, in the Peloponnesian War, which exposed him to the realities of life and the complexities of human nature. It was during this time that he experienced a philosophical awakening, realizing the limitations of human wisdom and the importance of seeking truth through rational inquiry. At the heart of Socrates' philosophy was the belief in the importance of seeking knowledge and understanding. He famously proclaimed, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This humility and intellectual honesty became a hallmark of his approach to philosophy. Socrates was known for his unique conversational style called the Socratic irony. Through a series of probing questions, he would engage his interlocutors in dialogue, exposing contradictions in their beliefs and revealing their lack of true understanding. Socratic irony aimed to dismantle false notions and encouraged individuals to critically examine their convictions. Central to the Socratic method was the elenchus, a cross-examination technique designed to expose ignorance. Socrates used it to challenge the claims of politicians, poets, and even wise men of Athens, demonstrating that often their purported wisdom was superficial and flawed. This practice earned him both admirers and enemies. Chapter 3. The Oracle's Proclamation. According to Plato's Apology, an essential work recounting Socrates' trial and defense, Socrates visited the Oracle of Delphi to seek wisdom. The oracle proclaimed him to be the wisest man in Athens, a pronouncement that puzzled Socrates as he believed himself to be ignorant. This enigmatic statement became a driving force behind his relentless pursuit of truth and knowledge. Besides Plato, another of Socrates' notable students was Xenophon. His writings offer an alternative perspective on Socrates' teachings and life. Xenophon's works often portray Socrates as a practical teacher of virtue and ethics, emphasizing the importance of self-discipline and the pursuit of moral excellence. Plato, one of Socrates' most devoted followers, immortalized his teacher in a series of philosophical dialogues. These dialogues were not mere historical accounts, but rather profound explorations of various philosophical themes, often using Socrates as the main protagonist. Through Plato's pen, Socrates became a symbol of rational inquiry, ethical contemplation, and the search for the ideal state. As Socrates challenged the prevailing beliefs and authority figures in Athens, he gained enemies who sought to silence him. In 399 BCE, he was charged with impiety, disrespect towards the gods, and corrupting the youth, two offenses that carried the death penalty. During his trial, Socrates delivered a passionate defense, known as the Apology. In this eloquent speech, he chose not to beg for mercy, but instead affirmed his commitment to truth and philosophical inquiry. He maintained that he was a servant of the divine, guided by an inner voice, or daemon, and claimed that his life's mission was to challenge others to seek wisdom and live virtuously. Despite his eloquent defense, Socrates was found guilty by a narrow margin and sentenced to death. The method of execution was by drinking hemlock, a poison that led to a peaceful passing. Socrates' resistance against injustice legacy is a symbol of Socrates' impact on Western philosophy cannot be overstated. His commitment to rational inquiry, pursuit of virtue, and belief in the power of self-examination laid the groundwork for subsequent philosophical movements. His teachings influenced the works of Plato, Aristotle, and countless other philosophers throughout history. Socrates, the enigmatic philosopher, continues to inspire and challenge the human spirit. His relentless pursuit of truth, his commitment to virtue, and his dedication to intellectual inquiry resonate with seekers of knowledge and wisdom to this day. As we continue to grapple with life's profound questions, Socrates' legacy serves as a reminder that the unexamined life is not worth living, and that genuine wisdom lies in the recognition of our own ignorance. Socrates, the philosopher of wisdom, virtue, and inquiry.